The wellness industry played a genius scam on you, convincing you that longevity is an elite subscription with a monthly fee. You obediently buy up exotic berries and synthetic supplements, hoping to buy your way out of old age, while your biological machine rusts and stalls without basic maintenance. The irony is, evolution doesn't care about your budget. The most powerful tools for tuning your body look boring, don't smell like roses, and have no marketing budget. The market hates these solutions because you can't build a financial empire on sleep, walking, or organ meats. Today, we're pulling 33 health resources off the dusty shelf that work better than your entire medicine cabinet but cost pennies. Hide your wallet. We're starting a major overhaul. Treasure number 1. We've been sold the cult of salmon. It's the sacred cow of the fitness industry. A picture of red fish looks like a supermodel. It promises us omega-3s and eternal youth. We pay for it like it's a ticket on a private jet. And what do we get? A fatty fish pumped full of mercury, raised in cramped pens like prisoners at Alcatraz, fed on antibiotics and dyes to make its flesh a pleasant pink color. This isn't food, it's a chemical mannequin. But nearby, on the dustiest shelf, lies a humble can. Inside, sardines. Small, cheap, smelling of the sea, not a laboratory. They have almost no mercury, but they have so much calcium your bones will thank you. Salmon is a hyped-up pop idol with a dark past. The sardine is an unsung genius working for pennies. We choose posturing. We need to choose strength. Treasure number 2. Yogurt. We've been led to believe it's the breakfast of champions. Little cups with smiling fruits. They promise us billions of beneficial bacteria. It sounds like a scientific breakthrough, like a Mars landing in a cup. But let's crack open this plastic coffin. Inside is sugar syrup, starch, dyes, and the pathetic remains of dead bacteria. This is not a probiotic. It's a dessert for diabetics. It's a one-way ticket to the endocrinologist's office. Now, let's look at a real superstar. Sauerkraut. Yes, the same kind from the jar in your grandma's cellar. It has more vitamin C than lemons. And a single spoonful has more live, ferocious probiotics than an entire case of yogurt. Yogurt is the Justin Bieber of the bacteria world. Pretty, sweet, and useless. Sauerkraut is Tom Hardy. Brutal, tough, and it actually works. Your gut is not a nightclub. It doesn't need sweet cocktails. It needs an army. Treasure number 3. We've turned the bathroom into a spa, hot water, scented foam, relaxation to meditation music. We lie in warm water like vegetables in a soup. We think this is self-care, that it relieves stress. Seriously? It's a rehearsal for death in a warm puddle. You're not relaxing, you're getting soft. Your body is turning to jelly. But there's a much more powerful tool. It's free and available to everyone. A cold shower. 5 minutes of icy terror. Your body is in shock. It thinks it's dying. And it activates all its defense systems. Your immunity skyrockets. A rush of dopamine hits your blood that you wouldn't get from the most expensive cake. A hot bath is a cozy swamp. A cold shower is a reset button for the entire system. It's like a slap in the face to your sleeping brain. It's time to wake up. Comfort is killing us. Treasure number 4. The cult of running. We're told we need to suffer. We need to run until we're drenched in sweat. We need to gasp for air on the pavement. Only then can we burn fat. We buy expensive sneakers, smartwatches. We look like cyborgs from the future. We run, and we only get fatter and more stressed. Why? Because for a beginner, intense running is a stressor. The body panics. It starts producing cortisol, the stress hormone, and cortisol orders the body, alert, store fat, especially on the belly. It becomes a vicious cycle. We run from the fat, and it chases us. But there's a simple solution: walking. Yes, ordinary, boring walking. It doesn't raise cortisol. It slowly and steadily burns fat. For a beginner, running is like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Walking is slowly but surely cutting off the fire's oxygen. We chose the spectacular path. We should have chosen the effective one. Treasure number 5. We're afraid of organ meats. Liver, heart, kidneys. To us, they're something dirty. Food for the poor. Food from the past. We prefer to eat clean chicken breast, a piece of muscle pumped with water and hormones. Raised in 40 days in the hell of a factory farm. It has almost nothing beneficial. It's just a protein sponge. It's edible silicone. Now let's take liver. Beef liver. Yes, it doesn't look as glamorous. But in terms of nutrient density, it's the most powerful food on planet Earth. A single piece of liver has more vitamins and minerals than an entire supermarket. It's a natural multi-complex. It's an energy bomb. We've rejected the treasures of our ancestors in favor of sterile, tasteless plastic. We've traded a gold bar for a pack of pretty wrappers. Congratulations, we've been duped again. Treasure number 6. Our medicine cabinet is a branch of a chemical plant. Pills for pain. Pills for inflammation. Capsules for everything under the sun. We swallow them by the handful. We treat the symptoms, not the cause. It's like covering the check engine light in a car with black tape. The problem hasn't disappeared. We just stopped seeing it. Pharmaceutical giants are giving a standing ovation. They're selling us temporary relief for the price of a new iPhone. But in the kitchen, in the back of the cupboard, a real medicine is collecting dust. Spices. For example, turmeric. Its main component is curcumin. It's one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory agents. It works at the cellular level. It doesn't just relieve pain, it eliminates the cause. Ibuprofen is a temporary crutch. Turmeric is a full joint replacement surgery. We choose the expensive and fast poison instead of the cheap and slow medicine. Treasure number 7. We are obsessed with light. Laptops, smartphones, televisions, streetlights. We fall asleep to the blue glow of a screen. We think it's normal. We're used to it. But our brain is an ancient mechanism. It doesn't understand what an LED is. To the brain, any light is the sun. And if the sun is shining, it must be daytime. And you can't sleep. Under these conditions, our body stops producing melatonin. This isn't just a sleep hormone. It's the night janitor. It patrols our body. It finds and destroys damaged and cancerous cells. When we sleep with the lights on, we fire our chief security guard. We leave the doors open for the most terrible diseases. Sleeping in complete, absolute darkness isn't a whim. It's a vital procedure. We've traded our health for the chance to watch one more stupid series before bed. It was a bad deal. Treasure number 8. 3 meals a day, plus snacks. That's what we were taught. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the Holy Trinity. We were convinced that if we skip a meal, we'll die of hunger. Our metabolism will slow down. We'll turn into weak, fat creatures. This is the biggest lie of the food industry. It's profitable for them if we eat constantly. So we buy their bars, yogurts, cereals, so that our mouth-to-stomach conveyor belt never stops. But our bodies need breaks. Intermittent fasting. When we don't eat for 16 or 18 hours, an amazing process begins in the body. Autophagy. It's a deep clean at the cellular level. Cells begin to eat their own garbage. Old proteins. Damaged components. It's literally a process of self-rejuvenation. Constant eating is like living in an apartment where the trash is never taken out. Sooner or later, we'll drown in our own waste. Treasure number 9. Our joints creak, our knees ache. We go to the pharmacy. They offer us beautiful boxes. On them it says chondroprotectors, glucosamine, chondroitin. It sounds very scientific. It costs an arm and a leg. We take these pills, and nothing happens. Why? Because the bioavailability of these substances from pills is almost zero. 99% just passes right through. It's the most expensive waste of our lives. But there's a solution. It costs pennies, plain gelatin, or even better, bone broth jelly. The same stuff health food devotees despise. It contains collagen in its most easily absorbable form. It actually goes into building our cartilage and ligaments. Expensive pills are like trying to build a house by dropping bricks from a helicopter. Gelatin is carefully laying one brick at a time. We pay for the illusion, not the result. Treasure number 10. We've forgotten how to breathe. We breathe through our mouths. when we eat, when we sleep. When we watch TV, we think, what's the difference? Air gets into the lungs. That's the main thing. Not so fast. Nose breathing is a highly complex system for filtering and preparing air. The nose warms it, humidifies it, cleans it of dust and microbes. The mouth is not designed for this. When we breathe through our mouths, we swallow cold, dirty, dry air. It's a blow to our immune system, but that's not all. Constant mouth breathing, especially in childhood, deforms the face. The jaw recedes. The teeth grow and crooked. The face becomes long and puffy. We turn into characters from horror movies, and at night, mouth breathing leads to snoring and apnea. That's when you stop breathing in your sleep. It's a direct path to a heart attack. The nose is an elite doorman. The mouth is a hole in the fence. For some reason, we prefer to use the hole. Treasure number 11. We wake up in the dark. We draw the curtains. We turn on artificial light. We drink coffee and run to work in a concrete box. We don't see the sun. At all. And then we wonder why we have no energy. Why we constantly want to sleep. Why we're depressed. Our body is a clock, and it's wound by sunlight. When the morning sun's rays hit the retina of the eye, a signal goes to the brain. Morning, time to wake up. The production of cortisol begins. The good, morning kind. All hormones are calibrated. We get a charge of energy for the whole day. 10 to 15 minutes of morning sun on your face is more important than any breakfast. It's like putting the key in the ignition. Without it, our car simply won't start. We try to start it with caffeine and sugar, but that's like pushing a car instead of starting it. Sooner or later, we'll run out of steam. Feeling the itch yet? Feel like burning down half your apartment and moving to the forest? Wait, don't reach for the sedatives. This is just the beginning. We're still digging through the top layer of trash. The most interesting artifacts are yet to come. You thought you knew your body? You thought you controlled your life? How naive. We are all participants in a huge experiment. And so far, we're losing. But knowledge is power. Let's continue our inspection. Treasure number 12. We're constantly treating something. Headaches, fatigue, constipation, dry skin. We take pills. We use creams. We see doctors. We get dozens of diagnoses. Chronic fatigue syndrome, vegetative vascular dystonia. We feel sick, falling apart at the seams. But in reality, in most cases, we are not sick. We are dehydrated. Our body is 70% water. When there's not enough of it, all systems start to fail. The brain dries out, headaches. The blood thickens, fatigue. The intestines can't work, constipation begins. The skin loses elasticity. These are not diseases. They are distress signals. It's like the low oil light in a car. And instead of adding oil, we start dismantling the engine. Plain, clean water. Not tea, not coffee, not juice, just water. It's the simplest and most powerful medicine, but you can't make money from it. That's why they don't tell us about it. Treasure number 13. Broccoli. For many, this word is synonymous with torture. Tasteless green grass. Food for rabbits and fitness fanatics. It's much more pleasant to eat French fries. Or pizza. We choose the quick dopamine hit. A taste that explodes on our receptors. But that taste is an illusion. It's the work of chemists, not chefs. Behind it lies emptiness. But hidden in humble broccoli is a real nuclear reactor. A substance called sulforaphane. It is one of the most powerful detoxifiers known to science. It activates enzymes in the liver that find and destroy toxins, bacteria, and even cancer cells. It's like a special forces team that cleans your body from the inside. French fries are tasty garbage that clogs your system. Broccoli is the cleaning crew that hauls that garbage out. The choice seems obvious, but again and again, we choose the garbage. Treasure number 14. We sit all day long. In the office. In the car. At home on the couch. Our pelvis is a stagnant swamp. Blood barely circulates there. The pelvic organs don't get enough oxygen and nutrients. In men, this leads to prostatitis and impotence. In women, to fibroids and infertility. We try to solve this problem. We buy expensive chairs, we go for massages, but that's like trying to freshen a swamp by spraying it with air freshener. You need to get the water moving, and for that, there is one brilliant exercise. Squats. Simple, deep squats. They work like a powerful pump. They get the blood moving in the pelvic area. They bring that swamp back to life. 20 to 30 squats a day is the best prevention for a huge number of diseases. It's free. It takes 5 minutes. But we'd rather spend those 5 minutes scrolling through social media. We're too lazy to save our own future. Treasure number 15. Problem skin, pimples, acne, blackheads. We spend a fortune on cosmetics, creams, lotions, scrubs. We go to cosmetologists. We get facials. We take antibiotics. Sometimes it gets better. But then it all comes back. We're fighting windmills. We're trying to paint over the facade of a crumbling building. But the problem is in the foundation, on our plate. And the main enemy of our skin is sugar. When we eat something sweet, our blood sugar level spikes. In response, the pancreas releases insulin, and insulin stimulates the production of sebum. The pores get clogged. Bacteria begin to feast. Inflammation appears. A pimple. This is not a skin defect, it's a cry for help from within. Give up sugar and refined flour for just 2 weeks, just 14 days, and you'll see a different person in the mirror. Your skin will clear up on its own, without any expensive jars. Treasure number 16. We are afraid of old age, wrinkles, gray hair, loss of strength. We are ready to do anything to stop time. Botox, plastic surgery, anti-aging creams for thousands of dollars. We turn into wax dolls, trying to preserve youth on the outside. But aging is an internal process. It's oxidation, rust at the cellular level. Free radicals bombard our cells, damaging DNA, and there is a drink that can slow down this process. No, it's not an elixir from a secret laboratory. It's ordinary green tea. It contains a powerful antioxidant, epigallocatechin gallate, or EGCG. This substance is a real bodyguard for our cells. It neutralizes free radicals. It protects our DNA. It literally slows down our biological clock. We search for the fountain of youth all over the world, but it's been in our teapot all along. Treasure number 17. We live in a state of constant stress. We are nervous, irritable. We sleep poorly. At night, our legs cramp up. We think this is normal, that it's the price of living in a big city. We take sedatives, sleeping pills. We become dependent on them, but the cause often lies in a deficiency of one mineral, magnesium. It's the mineral of calm. It relaxes our muscles, our nervous system. It participates in hundreds of biochemical reactions, and 80% of the population is deficient in it. Why? Because it's found in whole foods. And we eat refined garbage, because it's flushed out of the body by caffeine and alcohol. Nervousness, cramps, insomnia, these are not mental disorders. This is your body's hunger. It's asking for magnesium, and we're stuffing it with chemicals. It's like trying to calm a crying baby by stuffing a pacifier in its mouth. Treasure number 18. Probiotics, another trendy word. We're told our gut is a battlefield, and we need good bacteria to defeat the bad ones. They sell us capsules, bottles, powders. They supposedly contain billions of beneficial microbes, and they cost as if they were delivered from another planet. We buy them, we drink them. And again, no effect. Most of these bacteria from capsules simply don't survive the acidic environment of the stomach. They die before reaching their destination. It's like sending paratroopers without parachutes. But there's a way to deliver reinforcements guaranteed. Fermented foods. The same sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, kombucha. In them, the bacteria are in their natural environment. They are protected. They are alive and kicking, and they cost 100 times less. We've been played like children. They sold us dead soldiers in a pretty package, while the real army was waiting for us in the fridge all along. Treasure number 19. panic attack, anxiety, heart pounding, shortness of breath. It feels like you're about to die. Sound familiar? We live in a world that constantly keeps us on edge. The boss is yelling, prices are rising, the future is uncertain, our nervous system is overworked. In a moment of stress, we start breathing fast and shallow. This makes the panic even worse. The body thinks we're running from a saber-toothed tiger. There is a way to calm it down instantly, in 60 seconds. Deep diaphragmatic breathing. A slow inhale through the nose for a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 7. And a slow, noisy exhale through the mouth for a count of 8. Repeat 3 times. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system. It's like hitting the brakes in a car going full speed. It's free. And it works better than any tranquilizer. Treasure number 20. Nuts. We were told they are a superfood, a source of healthy fats, proteins, vitamins. We buy expensive bags of almonds, cashews, walnuts. We eat them by the handful, and we get bloating. Gas, a heavy feeling in the stomach. Why? Because we make one mistake. We eat them raw. Plants are very smart. They don't want their seeds to be eaten, so they protect them. Nuts contain phytic acid. It's an anti-nutrient. It binds to minerals, zinc, iron, calcium, in our intestines and prevents them from being absorbed. We eat nuts for their benefits, but we're actually robbing ourselves. But there's a simple way to neutralize this defense. Soaking. Just cover the nuts with water overnight. The phytic acid will go into the water. The nut will wake up. It will become easier to digest, and it will give us all its benefits. Eating raw nuts is like trying to crack a safe with a sledgehammer. Soaking is using the right code. Treasure number 21. We want to be young. We want firm skin, without wrinkles. We rub collagen on our faces. We drink collagen powders. We get injections. It's a huge industry, an industry of deceit. Collagen is a very large molecule. It cannot be absorbed through the skin. It's like trying to shove a sofa through a keyhole. And collagen from powders is very poorly absorbed. Most of it is simply broken down in the stomach. But there is an elixir of youth. Cheap and effective. Bone broth. Yes, the same one our grandmothers used to make. When we simmer bones, cartilage, and joints for a long time, the collagen from them passes into the broth in an easily digestible form. It's ready-made building material for our skin, hair, and nails. Creams with collagen are like painting a rotten fence. Bone broth is replacing the rotten planks. Feel the difference. Treasure number 22. Our brain is overloaded. Information is pouring in from all sides. We become forgetful, distracted. It's hard for us to concentrate. Our eyes get tired from screens. Our vision deteriorates. We think it's inevitable, that it's old age. But we can help our brain and eyes. And for this, we don't need nootropics or expensive drops. We need one berry: blueberries. It's not just a tasty dessert. It's food for our gray matter. They contain anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give them their blue color. They improve blood circulation in the brain. They protect neurons from damage. They improve memory and concentration. And for the eyes, they are a lifesaver. Anthocyanins strengthen the tiny capillaries in the retina. They relieve fatigue. They sharpen vision in low light. A handful of blueberries a day is like sending a team of the best maintenance engineers to your brain and eyes. Are you still with me? Amazing. Most people have already run off to Google how to make bone broth. You are the elite. You are the ones who are ready to hear the truth even if it's unpleasant. You have earned my respect. And the next portion of Revelations will be a reward for your persistence. We are approaching the most interesting part. The part that changes not only the body, but also the mind. Treasure number 23. Mental health, anxiety, depression, panic. We look for the causes within ourselves. In childhood traumas, in relationships, we go to psychologists. We take antidepressants. We dig into the past. But the source of the poison may be in a completely different place. It might be in our phone, on the television. It's the news. A constant stream of negativity. Murders, catastrophes, wars, political scandals. We are fed fear 24 hours a day. Why? So that we are obedient. So that we are easy to control. A frightened person doesn't think. They react. Our brain doesn't distinguish between a real threat and a picture on a screen. For the brain, it's all happening for real, and it's constantly in fight or flight mode. Try an experiment. Give up the news for 1 week, completely. Your mental health will improve instantly. You will feel a calmness you haven't felt in years. And you know what? The world won't collapse without you. Treasure number 24. Fitness clubs, annual memberships, personal trainers, fancy workout clothes. We think that health must be bought. That without special equipment and an instructor, nothing will work. This is another marketing trap. They make us pay for what we already have. For movement. And the best free gym is our own home, our own city. For example, the stairs. Instead of waiting for the elevator, take the stairs. It's the perfect cardio workout. It strengthens the heart. It burns calories. It builds endurance. Every day, several times a day. That's hundreds and thousands of steps up. It's an investment in longevity. The elevator is rapid aging. The stairs are slow youth. We pay money to walk on a treadmill that goes nowhere. And the free path to health is right under our noses. What an irony. Treasure number 25. Loneliness. We are surrounded by people, but we feel isolated. We communicate through screens. We give likes. We write comments, but we lack real human warmth. This leads to increased anxiety, to higher blood pressure, to a weakened immune system. We look for a solution in pills, in antidepressants. But the cure is nearby. It costs nothing. Hugs. Yes, simple human hugs. When we hug someone, or are hugged, for more than 20 seconds, the body begins to produce oxytocin, the love hormone, the trust hormone. It lowers cortisol levels. It reduces stress. It normalizes blood pressure. It strengthens social bonds. 4 hugs a day for survival. 8 for maintenance. 12 for growth. We try to heal emotional wounds with chemicals, when all we needed to do was hug someone. Treasure number 26. Nausea. Muscle pain after a workout. Menstrual pain. We immediately reach for a pill. Fast, effective, but every pill has side effects. They hit the liver, the stomach, the kidneys. We solve one problem but create another. It's like cutting down weeds but leaving the roots in the ground. They will grow back. But there is a natural remedy that works just as well, and sometimes even better, and without side effects. Ginger. A plain ginger root. Its active substance is gingerol. It blocks nausea more effectively than many drugs. It relieves muscle pain after physical exertion. It eases menstrual cramps. It's a natural analgesic and antispasmodic. Pills are a crude intrusion into our body's biochemistry. Ginger is fine-tuning. We choose the sledgehammer when we needed a tuning fork. Treasure number 27. We've just eaten, especially if it was carbs. A pastry, pasta, cake, blood sugar spikes sharply. It's a roller coaster for our body. In response to the sugar peak, the pancreas releases a huge dose of insulin. The sugar drops, often even below normal. We feel weak, sleepy, and we want to eat again. This is called an insulin roller coaster. It leads to weight gain, to type 2 diabetes, to a constant feeling of hunger. But there is a simple way to flatten this peak. To make it more gentle, apple cider vinegar. 1 tablespoon diluted in a glass of water before a meal. The acetic acid slows down the absorption of carbohydrates. It prevents sugar from spiking sharply. It's like installing a speed limiter on a roller coaster. Simple, cheap, and incredibly effective. But it's not profitable for candy manufacturers for us to know about this. Treasure number 28. Omega-3 fatty acids. We've had our ears talked off about their benefits. For the brain, for the heart, for the blood vessels. And the main source is fatty fish. Salmon, mackerel, herring. But good fish is expensive. And cheap fish is full of mercury. What to do? There is an alternative, cheap, safe, and available to everyone. Flax seeds. They contain alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. It's the plant-based form of omega-3. Yes, it's not as powerful as the animal form. The body still has to convert it into the active forms, EPA and DHA. And it doesn't do this very efficiently. But it's still better than nothing. Freshly ground flax seeds, this is important, they are not absorbed whole, are an excellent source of omega-3 for those who cannot afford wild salmon. It's like driving a budget car. Yes, it's not a Ferrari. But it will still get you to your destination, and most of us are just walking. Treasure number 29. We are lazy. We don't want to exercise. It's hard. It's boring. But our heart needs a workout. It needs to work under a load to stay strong, and there is a way to train the heart without moving from the spot. A sauna. When we are in a steam room, our body temperature rises. Blood vessels dilate. The heart starts beating faster to pump blood and cool the body. The pulse can rise to 120-150 beats per minute. This is equivalent to a moderate cardio workout. Plus, toxins are released with sweat. Muscles relax. Stress disappears. The sauna is fitness for the lazy. It's a way to get the benefits of exercise just by sitting and sweating. Of course, it can't replace a full workout, but as a supplement, it's brilliant. Treasure number 30. Our shoes are a prison. Narrow, stiff, with a thick sole. They immobilize our foot. They don't let it move. The muscles and ligaments of the foot atrophy. They become weak. This leads to flat feet, knee pain, back pain. Our foot is a highly complex engineering mechanism. It has 26 bones and 33 joints. It's designed to feel the ground, to absorb shock, to adapt to uneven surfaces. And we lock it up in shackles. But there is a way to restore its strength. Grounding, walking barefoot, on grass, on sand, on the earth. It's a massage for thousands of nerve endings. It's a workout for dozens of small muscles. It's a return to our roots. Modern shoes are like wearing a cast on a healthy arm. After a month, the muscles will turn to mush. Take the shackles off your feet. Give them freedom. Treasure number 31. Parasites. We think this is a problem of third world countries, that civilized people like us can't have them. How naive. According to the WHO, up to 85% of the population is infected with some kind of parasite. They live in our intestines. They eat our food. They poison us with their waste products. This leads to allergies, skin problems, chronic fatigue. We treat the symptoms not knowing the cause, but nature has given us a weapon, simple and accessible. Pumpkin seeds. They contain a substance called cucurbitrin. It's a poison for parasites. It paralyzes them. They detach from the intestinal walls and are expelled naturally. It's completely harmless to humans. And for men, it's a double benefit. The seeds are rich in zinc, the main male mineral. A handful of raw pumpkin seeds a day is a quiet and merciless war against uninvited guests. Treasure number 32. Alzheimer's disease, dementia, memory loss, the greatest fear of old age, turning into a vegetable, forgetting who you are, forgetting your loved ones. We're told it's genetics, that it's inevitable. But that's not entirely true. We can reduce the risks. We can train our brain, just like we train our muscles. And the best workout for the brain is not crosswords, not Sudoku. It's reading. Reading complex, good books. When we read, we force the brain to work. We imagine worlds. We follow the plot. We analyze characters. We build new neural connections. It's like paving new roads in a forest. The more roads, the less chance of getting lost. Watching TV is passive consumption of information. The brain is practically asleep at that moment. Reading is active work. It's weightlifting for our neurons. Treasure number 33. The immune system. We think it's something complicated, that it needs to be boosted with pills, vitamins, immunomodulators. We spend a huge amount of money to strengthen it, but in reality, we're just finishing it off. But there is a way to strengthen the immune system for free. And what's more, with pleasure. Laughter. Real, sincere, belly laughter. When we laugh, the level of stress hormones in the body decreases, cortisol and adrenaline. And at the same time, the number and activity of natural killer cells increase. This is our immune special forces. They patrol the blood and destroy viruses and cancer cells. Laughter is not just an emotion. It's a biochemical storm. It's an act of physiological sabotage against disease. Watch a good comedy. Hang out with funny friends. Stop taking life so seriously. Your body will thank you for it. So, what's the bottom line? We live in an upside-down world, in a kingdom of distorted mirrors. They sell us poison disguised as medicine. They palm off garbage on us at the price of gold. Everything that is useful is declared harmful or simply forgotten. Everything that kills us is beautifully packaged and placed on the most prominent shelves. Getting out of this matrix is difficult, but it's possible. You just need to turn on your brain. Stop believing advertisements. Start listening to your body. And remember that the most valuable things in this life are either free or cost very little. They just don't bring anyone profit. Except for ourselves. That was my tour of the junkyard. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want another dose of truth you won't like, subscribe. And write in the comments what 34th fact we forgot. Let's dig together.